Hello and welcome back. So this is going to be another dupes video for the new Colourpop palette, which is green themed. And I was really excited to see this palette because I absolutely love green eyeshadow. However, if you are like me, I'm currently on a no buy for the month, or if you're on a low buy, or if you already have a lot of eyeshadow, you still may be able to find some dupes in your collection, which is the point of this video. Now, if you really want this palette, I say definitely get it because I love the Colourpop formula. I'm sure it's going to be good, and it is only $12. However, if you're in the category of people who is on a low buy or a no buy or already has a lot of eyeshadow, then hopefully this inspires you to check your collection for some dupes. And I do have a whole dupes playlist. I will leave that in the description box, so let's get into it. The first color is a matte mint color, and I will say this is the hardest for me to find, and I only found one in my entire collection. I have 40 something eyeshadow palettes, so that's pretty good. I found this one here, Feign. This is the Carity 21 matte palette. I really like this palette, and that is a good color. As you can see, there are two other greens in this palette that are quite lovely. Next up is a matte teal shade, and I actually found two in my collection. The first one is in the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and that is right here. The second one I found in the Feral palette by Menagerie Cosmetics, and that is Harmonia right there. The only thing I will say about this palette is, to me in the swatches, it pulled a bit more blue, and the shade that is a yellow metallic, it says to have some green in it, but I don't really see much green in the swatch personally. So honestly, for my personal taste, I would have probably preferred a more vibrant green palette, but I do really like the minty colors in it. That's one of my favorite colors. The next one was a dark green shimmer, and I found one in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This one right here. This one in my swatch, you'll see that it looks darker than the one in the Colourpop palette, but I've used that one on the eyes, and it actually looks more green on the eye than it does in a swatch. So I think that that does look quite like the one in the Colourpop palette. The next one is a metallic shade, and to me it looks more like a blue teal metallic with just a bit of green in it. I think it looks quite similar to another shade in the Zulu palette, and that is this one right there. From the swatches, I thought those were quite similar. There is one in the Jaclyn Hill palette that is a little bit similar to this one, maybe a bit more blue, but that is this one right here. The next shade is a yellow metallic, and I found one in the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette. And like I said, in the swatch I saw, I didn't see much green in it, but this one right here. However, if you want a very bright green metallic, there is one right there, and I really like that color. Then there was a shimmer that looked like it was a greenish gold. This is a pretty common color. I'm sure you can find one in quite a few palettes. The one that I found was in the Original Chocolate Bar, which is a palette I know a lot of us have, and that is Gilded Ganache right there. Whoops. There it is. And the swatch of this one, again, it does not show up true to color on the eyes. This does look better than it does in the swatch. Then there was a dark matte green color, and then I went back to the Feral palette, although I found a few of these in my collection. So this one here, Ivy, it's just a dark matte green. There is one for sure in the Lorac Mega Pro 2. I know that that definitely has a dark matte green that is very similar to this one. I don't have that palette anymore, but I used to have it. Then there was a very dark matte green. This one is definitely similar to one in the Jaclyn Hill palette. This here, as you can tell, it's quite dark, but it definitely is a green. Very last color to me looked like a very dark brown. I didn't see much green in it, so then I went back to the Jaclyn Hill palette for this shade right there. Alrighty, so when you look side by side at my dupes versus the Colourpop ones, I think they're pretty close. I think I could do some similar looks with this. This is a beautiful palette. Honestly, to me, I think it could have been more green, but that's just me. I absolutely love green eyeshadow. I would say though, if you want to get it, it is only $12. I personally love the Colourpop formula, so that is awesome. However, if you are like me, where you already have too many eyeshadows, or you're on a no buy or a low buy, check your collection because you probably have some similar shades. And yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know, are you going to get this palette? Honestly, I might get it in the future, but this month I cannot. My only concern too is that I think it may be limited edition. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hopefully it's not. Anyway, I'm glad people are releasing more colors, but don't feel like you have to get every new release. Check what you have because you may have dupes. So yeah, thanks for watching.